Hello and welcome back. This is the fifth and final part and optional part to our Holiday Toy Maker project. Part 5 is the graphing option. If you're at this part, that means you have completed this portion, Part 4. This is the last mandatory portion of the project. You would see in workspaces here, 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 and here subtraction problems that would get you your answers, which would be how much you made during each of the 4 sales weeks of the holiday season. You can see by my example, I made $13,713 during week 1. I had a great sales week during week 2, $35,433, $27,426 and a slight dip during week 3, and then my biggest sales week right before the holiday, $45,908. Then when I take all of these and I add them into a calculator, I can see my total profit. After I've paid for every single toy, the amount of money that I make is $122,480. But the question still remains, which was your best sales week, worst? How do they compare to each other? Now, you may be able to just look at these numbers and see that, but it's much easier to tell in a graph. And that's why you need to go back to Mr. Panza's Toy Maker website and click on the following link. The link I'm talking about is right here. It's directly underneath where it says Graphing Optional, and it says Graph Creating Site. When you click on that, you're going to get taken to this Kids Zone Create a Graph Classic website, and it will allow you to create your very own bar graph. I'm going to give you some general guidelines because this is actually the first step in the process. After you have filled in all of the information on this website, and you go down to the bottom and create printable graph, you are going to then copy the graph that you see online onto your sheet of paper, which is the very last part of the project. So let me show you how to use the website so that you can create a graph that looks good online and then one that you can copy onto the paper to hang in the hallway. You'll see on the website that you have to fill in specific areas. First of all, you want to fill in the title of the graph. In this case, you're going to say your toy company name, and that could be made up, and then you want to include the words profit sheet because this graph is going to show how much profit you made per week. You also may want to create the toy name or put it towards the end because that would be nice to see in the title so that everybody who's looking at your graph understands it's not the profit that your company made, it's the profit that it made for that one toy during the holiday sales week. In the x-axis, which is going left to right across the bottom, you want to put holiday sales week because during the bottom it's going to show week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the y-axis, if you shake your head up and down and answer the question yes, you'll know that the y-axis is going up and down like I'm moving the mouse right now, and you want to type in the words profit amount because those bars are going to reach high and show you how much you actually made per week. Once you've filled in these 3 pieces of information, you want to then put in bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, and bar 4 underneath the name category, week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Then, directly next to it, where it says value, you are going to place the numbers from the profit sheet, which again is on this piece of paper right here. You'll notice at the bottom I have week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4, and those were the profit numbers for those weeks. So for week 1, where I put $13,713, I want to type that exact amount right there in the value box. $35,433 should match week 2's profit number. $27,426 should match the website's week 3, and then my $45,908 should match week 4. They all match. Notice that I'm not worried about the total profit here because my bar graph is going to represent my total profits for each week. Now that I have all of these numbers typed in, you're ready to scroll down to the bottom and print the graph. If you want to, you can change the color of each bar. That way it adds a little bit more color and it looks a little nicer. So you can just click on these arrows, drop-down menus will appear, and change the colors to whatever color you would like. Then scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Create Printable Graph. Once you do that, the graph will come to life on the screen, and you'll want to keep it up because that's the one you're going to copy. So again, I just want to emphasize that the values here are coming from this worksheet that you use to figure out the profits per week. And make sure that you understand that these are your numbers and not the examples that I'm giving you right here. I want to know how much you made, not how much I made. Once you have filled in all the information and changed the colors, again, go to the bottom and there is a link that says Create Printable Graph. Click on that and it will create the graph for you. So you see I have my toy name at the top, my profit amount on the side, and then my holiday sales week at the bottom. Now that you've created the graph online, I want you to click on the very next video to the right because that one is going to show you how to take this graph here and then copy it to the graph paper here and finish up the project. Thanks, and I hope this video helps.